Hey guys, Sen here, back in with some more capital raids, and in this last raid weekend I was able to attack a clan all by myself, and you can see there at number 11, that's me hitting the bakery and taking them down in 15 attacks. Now 15 attacks in the clan capital is basically a perfect score, and that means 3 attacks for the capital peak, and then 2 attacks for each of the other districts. So in today's replays, we're going to be breaking down those attacks for you with the exception of the Barb Camp and the Capital Peak, which I'm saving for a different video. And we're going to start with the Balloon Lagoon, which is probably one of the best attacks I've had in the clan capital. Alright, so you can see that these guys have pretty legit bases. So on this base, it has its rocket artillery centralized in the base. They're all covering each other, and you can't reach them with archers over the walls. So they've done a really good job at spacing their values in the base, but let's see how we're able to take this out. So we start with the Barb over here, clear some trash, open up the deployment zone, and I'm actually bringing Skelly barrels for the top side. I send in a ram ahead to try to test for some bombs and open up the wall, but you can see this top side is not covered by any splash, and so I just have to worry about traps. Don't drop all my Skelly barrels at once so that a small bomb can't take all my skeletons out at once, but you can see there are not any traps up here, which was kind of weird to me. I send in that other ram to try to test, but as you can see, there's no bombs. So my skeletons basically just roam wild up here. They're going to take out this entire top section, which I wasn't expecting. I expected there to be a couple of log traps or something up here, but yeah. When there's no splash and no traps, your skeletons are just invincible. And they're going to group up on this barracks, and I'm actually a little late on that ram, but and those archers to try to take out that crusher before some skeletons go over there. But you can see I still have enough skeletons going up the top side. They're going to take out that spear thrower, and they're almost going to have enough to take out this multi-cannon as well. So I've gotten so much value out of those starting skeleton barrels, and you can see a common thing that base builders do is they're going to use their district hall, which has a lot of HP, as a sort of damage sponge for archers, and you're going to see how I'm going to exploit it. If you watch the last video, you know what's about to happen to this base. So I've gone to the district hall, and now I send in one camp of archers to finish off that multi-cannon, which is low. And then I start sending in some rams to tank all the defenses, drop some super wizards on that district hall, and all of this is going to get chained down. So with 3 super wizards, I took out a district hall, a rocket artillery, some other defenses, this crusher, and because they're still healthy, they're also going to grab this cannon. So I was able to save so much troop space worth of archers just by bringing in that wizard bomb. And at this point, I just want to take out one more rocket artillery, and I'm all set to go for my finishing attack. There's just 2 bomb towers and a rocket artillery, and I'm going to start my hogs on this rocket artillery and heal over this bomb tower on the approach. So let's just finish up with our archers and our barbarians and rams, and we'll be good to go for our finishing hit. So now, the rocket artillery has a dead zone, so if you can get hog riders into it, you can actually avoid its damage, but I start with the giant up top just to make sure that the first rocket artillery shot doesn't hit the hog riders on their approach. You have to be careful with the rocket artillery because they will almost one-shot your hogs, so that giant was basically a fail-safe for me. And at this point, there's not much left on the base. I'm just sprinkling my hogs, taking advantage of their glide ability to stun the defenses on the approach, and I heal over that last bomb tower, and then I drop a Skelly barrel up top for this Inferno Tower compartment because there's no splash up there. They trigger that log trap for me, and also they're able to tank the Inferno Tower and bring some more damage to help DPS that Inferno Tower down. And you can see I demolished this base. I don't think I lost more than like 2 hogs during this attack, and I still have 1 hog left in the barracks. They're all super healthy. So yeah, this was such a crushing attack and was one of the best setup hits I've ever had. Alright, up next we have the Dragon Cliffs. This is my least favorite base, and we're going to start with a Barb down south, start clearing some trash, work his way up, and as he starts moving north, you're going to notice he's going to pull the aggro of this Super Dragon over here, and using that fact, I have a Super Dragon of my own, and I'm able to trade the Super Dragon My Super Dragon actually wins the battle because his shot at the barb with his first attack. So if you're able to pull a Super Dragon out of the range of any air defenses, you can actually trade them with your own Super Dragon without using a rage. And mine wins the battle. And now I'm just trying to keep it alive so he's able to get one attack on the spear thrower. So I send in my rams to try to protect it. He gets in one shot, takes out the spear thrower and the spell factory. So just trading the Super Dragon would have been good value, but he was also able to get a couple more buildings. And so I'm able to save a couple more camps of archers, which was so nice. And now I'm just working my way through. That rage placement was really good. I managed to clip the Inferno Tower and Blastbow with my archers that are going to attack those buildings. You want to use your rage in areas where there's a lot of HP so you can take advantage of that damage boost. But I can't actually reach over the walls like this, so I have to open up these walls before I can send in my archers to attack these buildings. And once I open up the walls and I know there's no traps, I send in 2 archers for the Inferno, then 2 archers for the Blastbow. And as they start losing their rage or stealth ability, I send in a ram to help tank. And you're going to see those 2 archers from the Inferno, they survive and start going towards the Super Dragon. So once again, I see that and I quickly start dropping in some rams to help protect those archers. And they also grabbed that Super Dragon, which was insane. And now I'm working down south with my super archers, or my sneaky archers. And I actually run out of rams down here because I spent so many trying to protect my dragon as well as protect those archers shooting this super dragon. But you're going to see under rage, archers can actually beat through walls pretty quickly. And so that's not too big of an issue. We're going to beat through this wall and try to take out this super dragon. And so there's only one super dragon left on the base. So at this point, we're just going to fast forward. This is pretty standard. Take out the Super Dragon post first, and then just send in your archers to take out the Super Dragon after he loses his post. And for this next attack, I'm actually using a trick that you guys all recommended to me in the comments, which was zapping down the Super Dragon post. Because after his post goes down, he can go across the map to wherever your troops are. And now I'm pulling him to the right, trying to get him inside this rage over here with my archers placed on the right side. And once he's in range of the rage, I drop 2 camps of archers to take him out. And they're also going to grab a little bit more value on this air bombs. And so I want to also snipe down this bomb tower because I want to finish the base because now there's no super dragons or blastbow with hogs. So I drop 1 pack of hogs on this bomb tower to take this out so the big cluster of hogs doesn't get splashed by it. And I'm just working my way around now with my hogs, sprinkling them in one by one. I drop in 1 hog on this bomb tower as well, so that the big group of hogs that's coming over here isn't going to get hit by its death damage once again. And so I'm able to hold that heal for very deep into the base, just in case that there's a lot of traps on the back end. I want to make sure I can get through this back end over here, which has a lot of open space, so I'm expecting there to be quite a few log traps. And I even bust through that wall to send in my last few archers to help the hogs with these last few defenses, and I drop that heal, pre-heal, because that's the last section of the base. And I am able to easily get through all of that despite a couple of bombs popping. And I have a ton of hogs left on this attack as well, so you're going to see these guys have some pretty good bases, especially with spreading out their super dragons really well and protecting their blastbows and inferno towers with a lot of layers of walls. But man, I just had such crazy attacks, especially with that super dragon surviving and then those archers also surviving after the inferno to take out that super dragon. So I just had some really good luck and I was able to smash this base. Alright, so against this base, you're going to see what happens, unlike in the Dragon Cliffs attack, when things go horribly wrong. So against this base, I bring in my Rocket Loon Zap, and the plan is I'm going to take out this bottom section with the camp of minions to tank for this air bombs, and then just a couple of rocket balloons down here to take out the air bombs and air defense. But you're going to see 2 Mega Teslas pop on me, 2 Troll Teslas, and it cost me so many balloons to get through all of this that I'm not able to have too many balloons to work through defenses over here, because I had originally planned to finish this base with Hog Riders. I would go for the ground targeting defenses and skip the air defenses so that I could finish this base off with hogs, maybe send in a P.E.K.K.A to tank this blast bow and giant cannon over here, and then on the second attack I'll do the same thing over here, zap this down, and then balloon down this section with just a couple more balloons. But you're going to see that because this bottom section costed me so many balloons, I'm not able to get enough of the base to where I'm comfortable sending in hog riders. And so I completely changed my plan and I go in with Rocket Loon Zap to finish. So now at this point, I set up the zaps for my next attack over here, like that. And then for this next attack, I've calculated it out. I can spend 2 zaps here, 1 zap to finish off this air defense, and then 3 zaps to finish off this air defense later. But once again, I'm going to drop in my minions and a couple of rocket balloons to take out this section. You're going to notice there's not a 2x2 space behind that giant cannon, so there's no Teslas over there. So no more troll Teslas, but the Teslas pop over here, which is still kind of annoying, but that's easier to deal with. So we finish up with our zaps as those loons work through all of those defenses. And at this point, it's a matter of, can I get the space with these last 10 rocket loons? So I start off sending 1 rocket loon to tank for the splash on the multi-cannon, then take out some of the Teslas with 2 rocket balloons. So you're going to see, once again, I'm going to drop 1 more rocket balloon to tank the air bombs, and then a bunch of rocket balloons to sneak in and assassinate that air bombs. And then at this point, I just need to target the last few defenses on the base, and I didn't expect that I was going to be able to take this base out, much less smash the base like this with, like, I don't know, 20 rocket loons left. So that was a crazy finish by me, and that really shows how you can send your rocket balloons to deal with the splash defenses. You send in 1 lone rocket balloon on the side to take out a different defense, and then you send a huge pack of rocket balloons to try to push their way into splash defenses. Alright, next up we have Golem Quarry, and against this base I almost exclusively use Fortress Loon Zap. This is the most consistent strategy that I have found to take out this base. And I start by zapping on that 1 set of air defense over there, and then starting my fortress where there is little damage in the base so he can just work his way in slowly. There's just that 1 spear thrower on him, but he's going to be totally fine. He has a lot of HP. And then I send in that 1 ram on the right. You saw it pulled a zap trap. Golem Quarry has a lot of zap traps, and people like putting those on your entries to hit rams. And so I actually let it hit a ram because I don't want the zap trap to hit a rocket balloon instead. So as the fortress moves its way in, I send in some rocket balloons to support, and as the blast bow gets tanked by the fortress, I send in a camp of minions to tank the air bombs and then sneak in some balloons against the air bombs and blast bow. And so the fortress pushes its way in, and as it does, I just support it from the sides with rocket balloons. He's taking a lot of fire from the air defense that I can't reach, so he's probably going to go down to that with this attack. He's not even going to be able to take it out, but you notice how I send in those 2 zaps over there. I can't take out those buildings on this attack, but I can stun them because they were attacking my rocket balloons. So that's a way you can get a little bit more value out of your zaps, and at this point, we've taken out a good chunk of the base, and we're all set up for our finishing attack. So we're going to finish with our rocket loons and fortress once more. Finish zapping down those air defenses and zap down another set behind the blast bow over there. And we start with a rocket balloon to help tank, and then a fortress and rocket balloons in for the rocket artillery and air defense. And also notice how it opened up the deployment zone towards this rapid rocket. So I sneak in some balloons, take it out, and then they'll also grab that rocket artillery because those rocket artilleries have a dead zone. From the right, I sent in some rams. You can see that they also got me a bunch of zap traps. And so those loons are able to get onto that spear thrower and take it out and protect those minions that I sent in to clear trash. Those minions to clear trash are going to open up the deployment zone more, so I can deploy on the air defense and the spear thrower. And I have no more troops left, and at this point we just have to wait and see if our fortress, which has a lot of HP right now, can take out the blast bow and the air bombs on the back end. So it works really slowly, but you're going to see it's going to have enough punch through the back end of the base, and we're going to take this Golem Quarry out in 2 attacks as well. Now this attack wasn't as dominant as against the other bases, but you can see I'm able to keep my fortress alive through the back end of the base, and it's able to take this base out as well. Alright, lastly we have Wizard Valley. I usually don't show Wizard Valley on this channel because it's such an easy base, but because we're trying to show all of the replays with the exceptions of the ones we're saving, we're going to show it, and you're going to see how easy it is to smash Wizard Valley. So on this base, I noticed that there's not much ground coverage over here. So first, I send in a ram between these two defenses because there's a lot of 2x2 areas. It actually pulls a giant bomb, but outside of the base. And then I send in some hogs, one hog for each defense, get their stun ability off on the defense, and they're able to take it out. I still have one more hog in the bag I just send in. But yeah, I just take out that entire section of the base with a lot of air defenses with just a couple of hogs. And you're going to see from here, I mean, Wizard Valley just does not have the defenses to stand up to rocket lanes, especially because its main defenses are the giant cannons as well as the defensive raid carts, which of course those can't even shoot at air. So yeah, this is just an exercise on how you can smash Wizard Valley with rocket balloons. We just target in our rocket balloons towards all the air targeting defenses on the base, and once they're all down, we're going to have our rocket balloons just clean up the rest of the base. Like on this attack, we're going to zap down the final air bombs, which is the last major splash defense on the base. The wizard towers, they do splash, but their splash is just so pathetic. And so we're just going to swarm the rest of the defenses on this base. Target all of them with our rocket balloons. We have so many rocket balloons, and we probably don't even need most of them. So yeah, Wizard Valley probably needs a buff, and hopefully it will get one in the near future. But for now, you can just smash every single Wizard Valley with rocket balloons, and there's not much that this base can do to stop it. It does have those annoying corner trash buildings, so it's going to take a while to clean up, but it's no problem. We have like 20 rocket balloons once again alive, and so this base is also smashed. Alright, I hope you enjoyed today's replays. Let me know in the comments below if you like this format of video where I dump a lot of replays instead of the shorter videos where I sort of have a theme to them, where it's the Hog Rider videos or the Skeleton Barrel videos. So do let me know in the comments below. But thank you all for watching, and like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Take care.